Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And we're back at the beautiful Il Tavolo di Palmisano, located at 700 Clinton Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. And after being on hiatus, I guess, for weeks and weeks and weeks before last week, she is back for the second week in a row, and that is our Places Insider, Megan Ixom of @Miss Giggles. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me back, Peter. I'm glad I didn't scare you away.
Well, of course you didn't, and this food definitely doesn't scare anybody away. It keeps people wanting to come back more and more and more, and you did this week.
Absolutely. I mean, I am so excited to dive into some of these dishes, or, you know, as I would like to say, a cornucopia of feasts.
Oh, yeah? She did say that before the segment started, and I'm like, I am not going to take your line.
I was
so
a little
there you
nervous.
Go.
I was a little nervous.
She knows that I plagiarize everything. But anyway, so Megan, last week when we were here, we tried a lot of traditional Italian dishes, except for, of course, those pumpkin ravioli with the butternut squash.
Oh, yes. Don't get me started, or do get me started. They were absolutely delicious.
Now, the dishes we have in front of us are, I would say, traditional, but with a twist, correct?
Yeah, I think there are some things that you might not expect on Italian menu, but also wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly. So why don't we start with the dish closest to you, that little breadboard.
Okay.
So what do you have there?
The bruschetta board right here in Il Tavolo. And this is just little bites for your table. I mean, they are so cute. When they brought it out, I was like, oh, I love that they are perfectly cut so that you don't have to use your fork and knife. You could just grab. So this is a artichoke bruschetta. And then this is a beautiful mushrooms bruschetta. And if you are a mushroom lover, like our social media manager here, she was like, I cannot wait to dive into that later. And I was like, okay.
Well, guess what? I have a surprise for you while you dig in.
What?
There. Yes, I do have a surprise for you. Dig in. Let me know what you like about that. You know, you spoke about our social media manager, and the world is going to get to know her in the C block this segment. That is the block following the next segment. And she's making her Pulse debut. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Thank you for the segue. You didn't even know that.
I do what I can with what I can.
Amen. Amen. What do you think of that?
Oh my God. So I am a huge spinach or artichoke dip fan, and this is basically a perfect little bite of that dip in your mouth.
Wow.
Absolutely delicious.
Give me a ranking out of 10.
Oh my God. I think an 8.4.
Okay. That's still a very good
delicious. Yes.
Bruschetta.
Look at that cheese. Very good. I'm going to take a little bite.
Take another little bite. Oh, and then you have to try the mushroom too. Megan, we have.
Wait, why don't you try the mushroom?
Watching my, But anyway.
No, I caught him.
Oh, I'm getting booed by the people behind the camera. I mean, of course, I write their checks too. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's right, Megan. I went there.
I went there. Okay, we are not messing with Peter today. I will eat the mushrooms, Peter. Don't you worry.
Thank you. I mean, she took just that beautifully delicate bite. Give me a rank out of 10 for that.
You know what? I was a little apprehensive about this because I was like, it is a lot of mushrooms.
But it works.
I like mushrooms. I don't love mushrooms, but it is delicious and it tastes so fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will say an 8.
Wow, okay. Awesome. All right, why don't we move on to the next dish, which is also in front of you, and it looks like it's heaven on a pizza.
Really?
Because
wow.
I am a huge seafood fan. Huge.
And I found out that Peter likes spicy foods.
Oh my God.
Did anyone else know this?
Yeah, Peter did.
Yeah.
I'm like a whole population unto itself.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my God, I am just blowing smoke up my tush today.
I love you are just like I am a fan today. This show is named after me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anyone else can just deal with it.
The Pulse with Megan I.
Oh, don't tempt me, Peter.
So
I'm a huge spice fan. I grew up in a lot of cultures that ate very, very spicy food. So I am not apprehensive when it comes to spice. So this is a spicy shrimp pizza.
Guess what I'm doing?
Oh my gosh!
That's right.
Everyone.
With the pink shirt and everything.
Should we cheers?
Salud.
Salud.
Don't want to drop that. It went into my plate, everybody.
I heard that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
No.
That is calamari on a pizza.
All right, folks. This is exactly why I don't try anything on air. I just made a mess. Oh my God, that's so good. You could taste that spice.
I was like, it tastes like calamari on a pizza in the best way possible.
My shrimp is delicious. Well, I'm ranking it
That shrimp is delicious.
9.6 out of 10.
Wow.
What? Peter ranking. Exactly.
Peter's stealing my job now?
Now I need a Megan ranking.
Oh my goodness. Megan ranking? Yeah, I mean, I actually think that's a 9.1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Try to be a little
that was
different.
good.
All right, why don't we move on? Because we're running out of time here. We have a lot of food.
Dishes. So
Give
this
me
is
the next
another
board.
bruschetta board. We have a little bit of ham, pepper jam, and some cheese.
That looks
this
good.
This looks good.
And I don't even eat ham, but I would eat that.
Oh, right, you don't eat ham. I always forget these things. I'm only in charge of knowing this food, not your food. Okay.
And that's what we ask you to be in charge of. Don't worry.
So many jobs, Peter.
I was gonna say.
Okay, let me take a bite.
Oh my goodness, that crunch was amazing.
Okay, I like that.
Different,
that was a
right?
Good bite. Spicy. The ham is lovely. The bread, I don't like an over toasted bread. I'm kind of odd with that. 'Cause
Right.
I don't want it to hurt my teeth.
Right?
So that was perfect. The spice is so good.
Ranking.
9.3.
Ooh, we're getting higher and higher. Now we
Higher
have
and higher.
another bruschetta here.
So this is an oven roasted.
And I might have to, while you try that, Megan,
yes.
you know, they are actually known for all of their unique bruschetta boards here. So we are so happy to be featuring this. Oh, you just pulled a Peter. I saw that. On the show. But Peter, I don't think got sauce on his shirt. So just, I got it all over the beard. But,
When you're eating Italian, you don't worry about the clothes.
You don't worry about the
You
clothes.
just are so enthralled with eating the food
I know.
that it doesn't matter what you come out looking like because everyone's going to come out looking like that.
Amen.
Right?
What do you rank on that one?
It's good. I think I need a little.
Oh, she's gonna go. Do your thing. Do your thing, Megan.
This has hot honey on it.
Oh.
And it's just a hidden little secret. Delicious.
Delicious.
Love that.
Give me
a 9.1.
9.1.
I want to keep eating. I don't want to
Love
keep
it.
doing my job.
No.
I just want to keep eating.
Megan, this dish was something I believe you tried
I
before,
did,
correct?
yes.
And tell me what it is.
So this is one of my favorite appetizers, which is a burrata.
Okay.
And
Fried burrata, I'm
fried
assuming.
burrata. Yes. Wow. Jumping
Who's
to the
not
point.
doing their job now?
I
Come
know.
on now.
You are just
I know.
on it. I'm
All
like,
right, this is all about the cut, folks. This is all about
okay.
the cut
All
right
right.
now.
So we're just gonna cut it in the middle then to show.
Oh my God! Look at the juice. Did you see those juices? Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That looks so
like
good.
this is decadent.
This is like an upscale mozzarella stick, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, El Tavolo di Palmisano, an upscale restaurant serving upscale food.
Very romantic desperado. All right, I'm ready for my bite.
Yep. Here's our bite.
How can you dislike that?
All right.
It's fried cheese with a delicious red sauce. Enough said.
Enough said. I need a scale here. A rating.
A 9.
9 out of 10.
Yes.
Okay. Finally,
Okay.
we have,
There's so much food, everyone.
as
do
I
not
like
know.
to say,
I'm like, it is just coming and coming.
of course, we're on to the
Okay.
last dish, or as I like to call it, the big mama jamma. What do we have here?
The Feast de Resistance.
Well,
Okay. All right.
Enough with this French stuff, okay?
Like,
we are
I'm
at an Italian restaurant.
Okay,
you
all
know
right,
what I'm saying?
all right. So this is a classic clams, linguine, white sauce, pancetta. Looks absolutely divine. I am a huge fan of this type of pasta when it's a cold, rainy day and you just want to sit on your couch, eat something hearty but delicious, and have a nice glass of wine to go with it.
Amen. So we say linguine con vongole in Italian. You see that? I'm trying to.
You're doing great.
I try.
Yeah.
Mom watches every week and she criticizes.
Oh,
my
yes. Yes, she does. She
yeah.
did come up to me one day and was like, you did a great job with pronunciation.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
See?
Thank you,
exactly.
Mama.
Exactly. Dig in, please.
All right, this looks
God,
delicious.
this
The
looks so
smell.
delicious.
I wish that you could smell
Wish
this.
we had smell-o-vision. But we don't have the budget for that. The camera people keep making fun of me today. We got to pay their salaries. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got no skin in that game.
Parla.
All right.
That means talk in Italian.
Oh, I mean, that pancetta is delicious, but the sauce. The sauce
that's what
is
makes it.
fantastic. It is so flavorful because sometimes a clam white sauce can be a little bland.
Right.
You would never describe this dish as that. It is absolutely
Out of 10?
delicious. tasty. I would give it a 9.2.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, folks, Megan Ixon, we have to go to commercial here. We're over time, but it was well
sorry.
worth it for all of these dishes. Our Places Insider, Megan Ixon of at Miss Giggles. Thank you for joining us again. Second week in
Thank
a
you
row.
for having me, Peter.
Absolutely. All right, folks, from Il Tavolo di Palmisano, located at 700 Clinton Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. That shrimp is still stuck in my teeth, I think, Megan. Anyway, we will be right back.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. And folks, you have asked for it. We have done so many political segments here with that bum. He usually calls me the bum, but he's actually the bum because do you see the way he dresses? Josh Sotomayor Einstein. But you have asked, and she is here. It is the Hoboken advocate, my good friend Patricia Waiters, joining us. Pat, so good to have you on The Pulse finally.
Thank you so much. And I want to say Josh is the best. Einstein.
Come on,
Well,
Pat.
I'm being honest. I want to really thank you, Peter. This means the world to me. Thanks a lot, Josh.
Well,
And,
it means the world to us that you're here.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Pat, why do you call yourself the advocate for all of Hoboken?
Because I work very hard advocating for all matters of concern, no matter how big or small, and I try to get things done, and I will continue to do so. Just a few examples with respect to homelessness, helping people get their Section 8, food stamps, quality of life issues. I advocate for every matter of concern. So, and I've been doing it on my own free will, not because nobody recruited me or asking me with a particular party. I do it because I love this city. I lived here since 1962, and I love helping people.
Exactly. That's way before I was born. But anyway.
Don't tell my age either. Don't tell my age.
But Pat, you know, another thing that you have always fought for and I admired about you is the folks, the less fortunate folks who live in our housing authority here in Hoboken. And you take pride in saying that you are a voice for them. So why do you continue to be a voice for the less fortunate?
Even though I had a lot of failed attempts to get things done down there with respect to even building new housing for them, even if they couldn't build a new house, and I was asking at least repair the inside of the units, they live in like a third world country down there. And I feel like they have no voice, in spite of no disrespect to Ruben, the councilman down there. They're still underserved. They're not getting the attention they need. And with Ruben just being the councilman, you need the majority of the vote on the council. So there's but so much he could do. Most of the time, his hands is tied. I feel no evil, so I continue to fight, and I go down there, and I will continue to be a voice because a lot of them is like really scared to come out and speak out. But I always tell them, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So if you're not going to speak out, you're not getting nothing anyway. You won't get nothing now.
And talk to me about some of the issues that you think are most prevalent at the housing authority that needs to be addressed.
The most prevalent issues are they need to put somebody down there with a compassionate heart like you and other people that serve. No, I remember you well. They spoke well about you when you served on the Board of Education.
I appreciate it.
To just have somebody to show some type of compassion toward them, maybe that'll change. But the major issues is their quality of life. Right. No clean running water. And I don't understand how it went so far, and these being HUD guidelines. Some of the departments is so mold infested. They come and paint over it, and it's back in less than a couple of months. So they really need help. With just simple, what we take for granted living right here in Hoboken in the same city, they don't.
And you hit the nail on the head. I was going to ask that, Pat.
It's horrible. Well, we living in paradise compared to them, and it bothers me.
Exactly.
Really do.
Now, talk to me. There is a plan out there, and Josh Sotomayor Einstein did talk to Councilman Ramos about this regarding revamping the housing authority. What is your position on that?
My position is lies, lies, and more lies. I'm sorry, Ruben. I cannot be fraudulent. I said at so many meetings, I said at the table, and then the same developers that's getting ready to develop that project, I went to a meeting in Jersey City with these same developers, and what bothers me is they've been promising them that for years, Peter.
Right.
Every time it's close to an election or right after election, they promise them that we're going to give y'all better housing. We're going to fix the housing. And me being a longtime advocate and resident, my whole family, we was one of the first families in the housing in the 60s. To see them continue to lie and nothing is being done, that answers all the questions yourself. I've been hearing the same stories, and the story is old now this week.
So you believe they need to fix the problems that are occurring without
no,
doing
at least
like a
be a
complete
man or
overhaul?
woman of their word. And Ruben, I'm giving Ruben kudos on that one thing. He haven't given up either. But again, he cannot do nothing with just a single vote and, you know, not having the majority of the council.
Well, we do have to go to a quick commercial break, so we appreciate you. But when we come back, we're going to have more with my good friend, Hoboken advocate Patricia Waiters. You're not going to want to miss it. We will be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience and therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. As mentioned, still here with Hoboken advocate, and I'm sure you've seen her on your city council meetings, as I know most people watch this at home. Board of Education meetings, she is everywhere. Talk to me, Pat,
Freeholder meetings, anything in the county, Union City, West New York, I'll be there. And let me explain why with that.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
You took the question right out of my mouth.
I do think I'm a superwoman when it comes down to politics, only because I do hold true integrity. I never side with an individual party. I don't put down the Republicans versus the Democrats and independents and so forth. Everybody's opinion should be respected.
Amen.
Number one. And number two, I know it sounds kind of crazy. I got into a huge argument with one of the councilmen. I'm not going to say the name, but it began with an M and end with an R. About me running all the time and you all over the place. And unfortunately, people misconstrue me running all the time as, oh, we're not going to take you serious. I should be taken serious because I'm going to continue to run. And even if I'm not elected, I still advocate and I still be that voice. I still be at the meetings and still try to fight to get things done. Because at the end of the day, it's the people's voice that put you there. The politicians got it a little twisted. But we is the one that put the politician in the seat by voting for them. And after a while, like I said, people gonna get tired and they get fed up and they want to change. So all of these issues we talking about that we've been faced with in Hoboken lately, guys, the rats, the parking, the swimming pool that we done swimmed in 1,000 times, which is that flooded water, it's not happening. And it's up to us, the people. That's why I'm out there like that, trying to run for every office to try to at least get elected to one. I feel like not running for none at all is not getting me anywhere. So running for 2 or 3 offices, have you seen in the past when I ran for freeholder against Anthony Romano? I ran for the Board of Ed several times. Those public school kids in the housing authority need a voice. I'm tired of seeing them graduate and writing and reading on a 3rd grade level, and it bothers me. This has been going on for years. Yeah. So that's why I'm out there. I'm all over the place. Apparently that's the guys on the outside looking in, take it, but I run because I have a passion for what I do to help people.
And Pat, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, a lot of these races would be uncontested if you did not run. And there should be checks and balances in any type of election, correct?
Well, that showed you the fear. That's a fearmonger tactic. That showed you the fear of people scared to come forward. Right. People in our town lately, Peter, you've been around a long time too. It was a time where you could not run. You was told you are not running. We don't want you to pick up petitions. We running this individual. And that's how Hoboken been ran for years. You had to get somebody's authorization to run for office. Let's put it that way. So they go out and recruit people. I feel like if you're being recruited to be senator, mayor, whatever seat it is, you're not going to give the people your all. You're not, because you recruited for a big boss that you got to follow and be a voice and a vote for. Right. You know, you're not there to serve the people. So when I run, you have noticed I've never been on a ticket. Right. Never been in nobody's corner, never made no promises, because I refuse to turn against the people. I'm a people's person, always before a politician.
Yeah, Pat, and you mentioned this earlier in the segment. You said that whether win or lose in the elections that you're currently running in, you're definitely going to keep running in the future.
Yeah.
So tell the audience why people should give you a shot. You do better and better in every single one of your elections. You know, why should people consider Patricia Waiters for the office that you're running?
Can I give an honest, simple answer?
Sure.
Because I'm still here. I've been running over 15 years, guys, and all of my opponents have disappeared. I was teasing Chris Carabine, the guy that I ran against years ago. We ran for the mayor with Dawn Zimmer. Everybody I've been running with in these 15 years, I see passing in the street or whatever, they said, I'm done with politics.
Right.
But that's what I said earlier with being recruited versus wanting to run. I want to run for the people, not the politician. So you're going to see my name on every ballot, picking up every petition, and running for everything, even door catcher and the border. I'll run for...
Well, Patricia Waiters,
I'll run for everything.
I'm so glad that you made it on. The audience has been asking for you, and I hope this isn't the last time you're going to be on.
No, thank you to if Josh and Peter made it possible. I really want to emphasize that.
Sure.
Really, really, because I've been running for years, and it seemed like even when it was just the plain Hudson Reporter and we would die to get our picture in the Hudson Reporter, I could not, for some reason, I wrote letters, I sent blooms, I was like, please, this seems biased, all the candidates, and everybody know I have been the only black African-American person in Hoboken that run all the time. So you don't even have to say the name, and they know they put the name with the face, it's Pat Waiters. And I could never get publicity, but today, you have broken the mold, guys.
you.
I really appreciate you a lot, and Josh. I really want to thank you guys.
Thank you, Pat. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks again. All right, folks, we will be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there.
Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano here at the beautiful Il Tavolo di Palmisano, located at 700 Clinton Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. And folks, we really have a small team on The Pulse with Peter B, and they each work so hard to put this show on the air and on the interwebs, as my good friend, and he'll tell you he's not my friend, but he is my friend, Josh Sotomayor Einstein says. But one of the people that works extremely hard every week is the person joining me to my right, and we are delighted that we can have a segment with her, and that is our social media manager, probably our most important role here, and Mo DeGreen joining us for the first time on The Pulse. Mo, you've been on the opposite side of the camera so many times. How does it feel to be sitting in the lights?
With that introduction, amazing. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we are delighted to have you. She is phenomenal. I think everybody would agree she's certainly the most competent person on this step. Way more competent than Josh Sotomayor Einstein and I'm even throwing myself under the bus.
I don't know.
But all of those wonderful reels you see on our social media platforms, all those wonderful stories are all done by the person to my right. And thank you. Thank you for all the time you've put into making our show so great.
Thank you. I love working with you guys. You guys are amazing. So it's not hard when you have good clients. Trust me. So
Absolutely.
I love being a part of The Pulse.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about you. Let's talk about a little bit about your background. You're an Ohio girl, from what I understand, correct?
I am. Yes, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio originally. My parents are still living there, and I moved here originally to go to college in New Jersey, but I've now been living in Jersey City for 3 years.
Okay. Hudson County, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you came here to, go to school and so on and so forth. What other things brought you to this area?
Yes. So I originally went to school for musical theater. I went to Montclair State University, and I came here because I wanted to be by New York. I wanted to audition. I'm a performer through and through. And basically, I went to school for musical theater, and then when the pandemic hit, musical theater was no more for the most part. Right. So I went back to Cincinnati for a little bit. I knew I was going to come back and really start a life here when I was able to. And in that time that theater was not around, I was able to create my business. And I saw the need for social media marketing in small businesses, big brands, celebrities, you name it, everyone needs some kind of social media voice online with the way the world is going right now. So especially during the pandemic, I saw that need since we were all on our phones.
Absolutely.
So I kind of built that during, a time of stillness and a time without what I wanted to do. And then I was able to create my company, and now I get to do all of it.
It's folks, we're not even halfway through this segment. And what did I tell you? I mean, she is just, blowing me out of the water. Soon it'll be the Pulse with Mo, DeGreen coming up very, very soon. What do you think of that?
I like it. That
The
sounds
Pulse with
good.
Mo.
The Pulse with Mo. Tune in.
Exactly. Now, Mo, you spoke about your theater background.
Mm-hmm.
What type of shows have you performed on, and are you performing currently on one now?
Yeah, I actually just finished yesterday, my last day in a show off Broadway.
Very cool.
I was a part of the extension of Lighthouse off Broadway at Soho Playhouse. And then last year, as you know, I actually went on a cruise for 8 months, singing and dancing and performing. And it was a phenomenal time. It was a German-Italian cruise ship, which was awesome. And I'm very lucky that this kind of business that I've created for myself, I'm able to do while auditioning and do while, working with amazing clients like yourself.
Oh. Goodness, making my heart melt. So I have some questions on a cruise.
Yes.
Because we are big cruisers, my parents. My parents have been on over 64 cruises. That was our family vacation when I was a kid, like 3 times a year. So therefore, I've been on like over 40 or close to 40 or something like that. How difficult is it? I mean, you're really there for a year, correct? Is your contract? Or is it a
Yeah,
little less
almost.
than a
It
year?
was 8 months.
8 months. Okay, so 8 months on a cruise ship, seeing new clients come in week after week. I'm sure it was a 7-day cruise because that's usually the standard. How difficult is it to actually perform on a moving vessel like a Broadway show?
Oh, it was difficult. I got a little bit seasick. I'm not going to lie. I was very lucky because our itinerary was mostly the Mediterranean. So the Mediterranean's a little bit more still.
Yes, it's calmer than the Pacific Ocean or something, right?
And thank goodness for that, because I cannot imagine doing those shows in heels, might I add, singing and dancing with the waves. It was.
You know what's really amazing? Sorry to interrupt
No.
you. The acrobats. I
Yes.
mean, these
Oh
guys
my
are
gosh.
flipping through the air while the ship is moving. And I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, I'm feeling the ship move. These guys have to be doing this,
Well,
correct?
and I would be singing and I would look up and there would be a girl flying and flipping in the air. And I can't imagine. What she did was so incredible.
Oh my God.
But it was a great time. It was hard. It was something I've never done before. But I had an awesome time.
Exactly. And it would be, behoove me if I didn't mention when you were away, we actually did have Hannah
Yes.
on the show. Hannah was our social media coordinator while Mo was still, managing from way overseas. And now Hannah's on a cruise ship, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, so I really like to outsource work to other theater people that also do this social media management thing. So I've kind of created a community of people working with me to be able to cover each other a little bit.
Exactly. And Hannah, we know you, I believe she's watching.
Oh,
I
I'm
think she's out
sure.
in Asia, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, she's all over the place.
Exactly. We know you're watching. We love you. We miss you. We're so happy that you're doing wonderful things.
Yeah.
All right, Mo. Let's start talking about your social media business. Like you said, I mean, Broadway kind of went dark for over a year, I believe.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't. Who wants to
A long
remember
time.
COVID, right?
Too long.
Exactly. You started really honing in on the social media business during COVID. My first question to you is, why social media is so important to your clients? I mean, we realized it once we hired you, how important it was. But there's still clients out there who kind of are like, it's just a facade. We're going to push it off to the side and so on and so forth. But I was just wondering if you could explain to the audience why, if you're a business out there, you should really focus in on social media.
Well, listen, I could talk for hours about why it is so important. We could do statistics, we could do all of it. But at the end of the day, there's about 4.9 billion people, I believe, on social media that use social media, all different types of social media, whether that be Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. So 4.9 billion people, I believe around 54% of those people make purchasing decisions.
Wow.
Based on social media.
That's the majority.
Yeah.
And that number's only growing, I'm sure.
Oh, only growing. And that's between the ages of 16 and 64. That's not just, 19-year-olds. That's people, with big paychecks that can spend the money. So people are purchasing based on what they're seeing on social media. People are deciding where they want to go for dinner, where they want to go out with their friends for their birthday. They're picking Il Tavolo. They're seeing the amazing Instagram that they have. You know what I mean? They're basing those decisions based on what they're seeing online.
Right.
And so why would you not take advantage of that as a business owner? You're missing out on a huge amount of your possible clientele, your possible customers.
Wow.
Just from social media.
Absolutely.
So you can't avoid it anymore. I know a lot of business owners think it's annoying and difficult to do, but you can't avoid it, you're missing out on a huge amount of people.
And word of mouth is still a very, very powerful tool. We're not going to discredit that, but like you said, the younger generation, like us, Mel, and you know, it's certainly they're making their purchasing powers, as Mo said, based on what they see on a reel and where they're going out there and so on and so forth. And Mo, I think you're one of the best in the area. I mean, trust me, we've interviewed several people before you, that is, and we landed on you, and we're very, very lucky we did. Where can people find out more about your business and what you can do for them to enhance their business?
Yes, absolutely. So you can definitely email me first and foremost at marie.degreen@gmail.com. And I'm sure we'll spell it out there as well. Or reach out to me on Instagram at DeGreen. I mean, we got to keep in the line of the social media world. So you can absolutely message me on Instagram, and then I can send you a portfolio, etc. And I do full audits. I can look at someone's account, look at someone's business, and tell you directly what you need to do or what I could do for you. I can coach, I can do the videos, the photos, everything. I can take care of it as much as you need me to, and I'll do it in the best way possible.
Amen. And I think you answered a question there, which was, what's Mo short for? It's Marie.
It is Marie.
We get that all the time.
Yeah.
All right, Mo. Again, thank you so much. Thank you. Our Pulse social media manager, our fabulous Pulse social media manager, soon to be the Pulse with Mo DeGreen. I'll look out for that. Stay tuned. Wow, look, there's a lot of people behind the camera like nodding their heads. Yeah, I want that. I guess that you're so loved, Mo. Thanks again, and we look forward to having you on in the future. Hopefully.
Yes, thank you for everything, Peter.
Absolutely. Thanks again. All right, folks, join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.